Hey Thumpers, welcome back to another trailer reaction here from Hyper RPG. My name is Adam Havoc and I'm joined here with
Malika Lim
and
Matt Acevedo.
And we're here to do a trailer reaction for Tomb Raider, the very first trailer. Matt, you said something very interesting to me. You didn't know this movie was happening.
I had no idea this was happening. Do I feel like I've been living under a rock? Like, what's wrong with me, man?
Well,
That
you also do
makes
work here
two
about
of us.
45 hours a week or 45 hours a day. And there's not even that many hours in the day.
I don't know what happens outside of the studio.
It's just blue walls for you.
Is it fall yet?
I don't know.
See, I don't even know. Man.
You knew about this movie though, didn't you?
No.
Oh.
That makes two of us.
Yeah.
It's just like I literally saw an announcement today as I was like, when sometimes I get to scroll through Facebook, I'm like, what? Like they're doing, like I saw that they were showing the trailer later. I was like, I couldn't believe it.
It's been kind of a quiet production. Like they released some photos of Alicia Vikander as Lara Croft a few months back, but they didn't really. There was no like. I didn't really see any set photos. Like a lot of them, I saw a few here and there. I didn't really see any set videos. There were some clips, but this is really they kind of just didn't really also announce that this was coming out. They this morning they said this trailer's coming out, or yesterday. It's coming out tomorrow. It's going to be a debut live on IGN. Alicia Vikander did like a Q&A with the trailer, which was pretty cool. I watched a little bit of it.
Oh, that's great.
And then I had to cut off because I didn't want to watch the trailer. But yeah, what's your guys' history with this game? This is
I
like
was
a 20-year-old
gonna say
game
maybe
now.
we didn't notice this announcement because the game and this movie, as it is, looks so similar. Like the game is so realistic now, and then she looks just like the new Lara Croft in the new Lara Croft game.
It looks like that she just literally came out of the video game.
Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah, because the poster came out yesterday.
I did not notice that was a thing.
Yeah, the poster definitely. There were some people making weird comments about her neck that it felt very long.
What?
And I'm like, I don't know. It looks like Lara Croft on a poster. I don't know what you're expecting.
And I did see that poster today, and I legit thought this was an announcement for a new game.
Oh,
really? I was so convinced that this was a new game.
Yes, because the games look so good now.
Yeah.
And that the fact that they're, just from seeing the teasers that I saw today, that that they're trying to capture the essence of the new game, which is brutal and incredible. Those games are amazing.
Yeah.
And it's great that they're going down this path with Lara because she's a great, strong character, and these newer games, the last two, embody that and really capture it. And like they don't, over sexualize her or anything. She's like a straight, strong heroine. Like she's amazing. Yeah,
and I think what's cool, just I haven't really played a lot of the new game, but I played some of it, and I've seen a lot of videos on people playing it. And aside from obviously visually, like you were saying, it's so much more advanced. It feels so damn real, but you get to see how much more kind of like realistic sort of parkour-y stunt work the character does in the game. And it seems like they're definitely going to try to adapt it. And she looks like, literally like she stepped out of the game.
Well, I remember when they were first when the developers were first talking about the new take on Lara Croft, they wanted to go to a younger Lara.
Yeah.
The Lara we know is like this badass, like sexy, smart, awesome fighter and everything. And it's like, okay, how do you get to that point? You know, you could compare it to like James Bond, Indiana Jones. Like, how do you get to that point? And that's what they wanted to explore with the games. And it's so funny that you say she comes off as so strong. I think they show that through her vulnerability.
Yes,
totally. Right? It's not like I'm awesome, I'm awesome, I'm awesome. It's like, no, I actually went through this awesome journey.
You see
to get to that place.
Yeah.
And God, every death just hits you. You're just like, oh God, that's brutal.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things she talked about in the interview piece. She talked about like it's not about just being the Tomb Raider. It's about how do you get there.
Yes.
It's the steps that she takes to have to get to that point. So, all right, well, let's watch this trailer.
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Tight.
See, Matt's making me do extra edits now.
Yeah, look at that.
You had one job, Matt. All right.
I get excited, and I don't know what to do with my hands.
All right, let's check out this first trailer for Tomb Raider.
Wow.
What's your name?
Lara.
Surname?
Croft. Lara, your father's gone. You can pick up where he left off. I see so much of him in you. Brilliant.
Hello, Sprout. If you're listening to this, then I must be dead. I found something. A tomb called the Mother of Death. If Trinity succeeds, our world is in danger. Promise me you will stop them.
I promise. I think I know where my dad went.
That's right in the middle of the Devil's Sea.
It'll be an adventure.
Death is not an adventure.
It can be.
Yeah, there we go. Survive.
You shouldn't have come here,
Oh.
Shit.
but I'm glad that you did.
What?
What do you know about my father?
Now I see the likeness, the recklessness.
Close the tomb once and for all. The fate of humanity is now in your hands.
Holy shit.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit.
Ah.
Can't be too careful these days.
I'll take 2.
Wow.
That's cool.
That looks
wait,
rad.
Wait. I'm like, I was creeping on the little companies on the bottom there. Noticed some Square Enix
I saw Square Enix in there,
action.
yeah. Yeah.
One thing that popped out at me right away was embracing that she is really good at solving puzzles, which
Yeah.
we haven't
Yes.
seen.
In the
Mhm.
beginning, yeah.
But all the new, like, I don't know if you guys played Lara Croft Go, which is amazing. The puzzles are fantastic in that game. And I think it still kind of embraces her, heritage. Like, she's a good looking, smart lady, but she's really great at puzzles. And I'm kind of, I'm like, I want to see these puzzles in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think the biggest fear. So I know the game, but it's like very limited. What I remember from the game is mostly from the like original PlayStation game. So I'm kind of more coming at this with the approach of like, okay, as a movie, how does it look just as a movie?
Yes.
And I really like the fact that it obviously has like visual effects in it, but it doesn't seem like just from the first trailer at least, it doesn't seem like they're really trying to overuse CG. Like they're really relying on her physicality to really do a lot of these stunts, and I love that. I think that's really cool, and I think that's kind of the fun thing about the Tomb Raider games in general is like you are this character and you have to get across all these crazy obstacles.
Yes.
And you have all these weapons and you have to just fight to survive. And I like that this trailer is actually like giving us that feeling. And Alicia Vikander is great. If you haven't seen any of some of the other movies that she's done quite a few now, and she won an Academy Award last year, and she's great. So I'm super excited they got someone who's really talented, and she's still kind of like, she won an Oscar. She's really talented, but she's still kind of up and coming. Like,
yes.
Not everybody has seen Ex Machina. Not everybody has seen like The Danish Girl and stuff like that. So it's cool to see that this actress who, they very much put it in there, Academy Award winner Alicia Vikander. People might raise an eyebrow and go, "Oh, I don't even know who this is."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to see this younger actress like getting a franchise like this where she can do something that's very different than what she's done before. So, and I don't know, I think it looks really cool. I'm really excited for it.
I'm just excited about her arms. I was like, yeah,
She's
a
in
girl
really
with
good
arms.
shape. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
wonder she can like save herself, you know? So that was very exciting.
I appreciate them like with going through kind of with the newer tropes of the newer games are like it looks brutal. Even in like some of the puzzles that we saw, like seeing just how she went up there with like that pickaxe on that guy and seeing her duck over these super sharp spikes, and the danger felt real in this trailer to me, and I really appreciate that.
And
I think
it kind of does have an Indiana Jones vibe to it.
Yeah.
totally.
She's
Successfully.
totally like, actually, I was thinking about how Lara Croft is like female Indiana Jones, but then I also thought of, did you ever watch Relic Hunter when you were younger?
It sounds so familiar.
I was a huge fan of the show Relic Hunter with Tia Carrere, and I love this archetype a lot. I want to see more of this like capable, very intelligent woman, but she also is capable in many ways. So in the game, it really embraces survival, puzzle solving. and fighting, you know, it's just like all charisma. It's just like it has all these things going for us. So I'm really excited. The intro definitely had this like call to action, like a superhero.
Yeah,
It was like kind of a superhero vibe. So I was like,
and you know, for me, I think what's gonna make this movie like what's gonna make or break it, I think the story is pretty self-explanatory. I feel like you already know what's gonna happen. You know, she goes on this hunt. She you know is shipwrecked. She finds these bandits who are like, oh, you're gonna go find this treasure for us, and she eventually like tricks them. You know, but what's gonna make this movie work is the puzzles. Is how is she going to adapt? How is she going to embrace this characteristics, and how is that going to come across to us? That's what's going to me is going to really make this movie stand out. Is if she's able to, as from the trailer, it looks like she will. How are they going to be able to just show like the creativity of the puzzles and the brutality that Lara actually goes through? Like how will she carry that with her?
Yeah, I totally agree. And like you're saying, the plot is very simple, and it's a plot that we've seen in other movies.
Yes,
very similar to like Indiana Jonesy plots. But it's like, how does she get there? How does she do it? What does she have to overcome? What skill sets, and how does she have to adapt to the environment to then apply that skill set to what she has to do? So yeah, in terms of plot, sure, it's simple, but yeah, I totally agree. I think it's how do we get to the ending? How does she trick them? What are the puzzles? To me, that's what's super intriguing.
Well, and also, I love the idea of maybe the puzzles also are a metaphor for her own character development.
I would love that.
Yeah,
that would be amazing. Like, I'm curious to see where she's. Like, I feel like I didn't really get a sense of who she is at the beginning of this, and I'm curious to see that evolution. Is she kind of going through? Because it looked like she was already lost. Like she was already gone from the company and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, that was the only thing that was a little unclear. It was like, where are we starting in the story? Like, where is she?
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to explore. But my final thoughts, I think it was a really cool first trailer.
Definitely.
It gave me a flavor of what the movie is stylistically, visually, a little look at like what they're trying to do with the character, and I was into it. I thought it was cool. I saw some people on Twitter were saying that there were like certain elements of it that they weren't into, and I think maybe if you're coming at it from a diehard like fan of the video game perspective, then I'm sure there are things that you can nitpick or like actual legit criticisms you can have. But for me, coming into it mostly just from a film perspective, it just looks like a really fun adventure movie. And if Wonder Woman dictated anything, is like we love having that sort of diverse film, those sort of diverse films that explore different types of characters, not just the stereotypical sort of superhero that we tend to see all the time.
And and the fact that I was able to, while I was scrolling through Facebook, and this is why I'm really excited for it too, is she literally embodies like my favorite version of Lara Croft. Like I was convinced, I said before, I was convinced that it was a video game, and just you could tell from her body language and stuff, just from how rough she ends up like getting beaten up. Like she carries that with her. I'm looking forward to see how that plays out. That's what really caught my eye. I'm happy that they're going down this path, this gritty, dark path of Tomb Raider, and I'm curious to see how will the puzzles affect this as well. How like just like Malik was saying, like I think that it would be really cool if that was like a metaphor for her life and stuff, which would be super rad. So
I mean, all I have to say is Lara Croft has evolved as video games has evolved, and I love to see finally, maybe, please, I'm asking like the video game gods, please, a video game movie that's good.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was actually thinking about this earlier, and I'm glad you mentioned it because I was thinking, what if the Tomb Raider movie is the first like video game movie of this new sort of renaissance of video game movies that they get right?
Because I'm sick of video game is promotion for movie. Can we do it the other way around? Huh?
Yeah. Well, if Michael Fassbender couldn't do it with Assassin's Creed, maybe his other half will do it. Well, his better half.
You guys didn't like that first-person view of Doom?
I'm not gonna lie. Man. I saw 20 minutes of the Assassin's Creed movie on the plane back from Europe, and I turned it off. So
we all did.
But guys, let us know in the comments below what you thought about this first trailer for Tomb Raider. A lot of people were talking about a lot of Easter eggs from the first game. Is there stuff in there that we missed that you thought was really cool that they put in there? Are you excited for the movie? Which version of the game are you a fan of more? The new version of Lara Croft Tomb Raider or the original PlayStation version?
Or the mobile version, Lara Croft
or the mobile version.
Or the Angelina Jolie. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I actually would really like to rewatch those movies because I don't think I've ever saw the second one, and I haven't seen the first one since I think it was out in theaters. So We should
We
do
do a watch.
we
We
should
should do a watch along
along.
with that. Yeah, that'd be super interesting. But let us know in the comments below if you'd like to see all that stuff. Make sure you're following us right here on Hyper RPG on YouTube. Also, follow us on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram, all at Hyper RPG. And Matt, where can everybody find you on the internet?
You can find me here at Hyper RPG. I stream here at the studio, and I'm work here. You can also follow me at Twitter and Instagram, all the socials at Shy Guy Express. And let's talk, baby. Let's do it.
Malika?
I live here with Adam.
That's right.
I'm always around. Just tune in and just follow us at Hyper RPG. I'm always around.
And then I'm on all socials at Adam Havoc, and obviously Hyper Heroes every Friday. And make sure you guys check out all the content that we have. A lot of cool RPG shows, a lot of cool one-offs, and a lot of cool talk shows. And jump over to Twitch as well, twitch.tv/hyperrpg. And we'll catch you in the next reaction.